Hello everyone, this is Cody Lee of BlackCatBooks.org, author of I, the Dragon, Cruel and Beautiful Rabbit Hole King Dio, and the upcoming Lauren Frey. Funny how when I get into a fight with a nobody on Twitter, someone like TheLonelyGoomba, regarding the current state of Nintendo Switch Online, how immediately this guy gets immediately BTFO by Nintendo themselves. So, essentially what happened is that I responded to a comment that Lonely Goomba made in regards to Nintendo Switch Online. His claim being that Nintendo Switch Online hadn't updated since like Jelly Boy or something like that. There had been no new games on the service. My response, rather reasonably, was that Nintendo Switch Online had been updated for the expansion, and he immediately retorted saying that like he's never going to get it, it's not going to be a thing. It's never going to take off. It's a failure. Like that kind of ridiculous pretendo shit, right? That kind of thing. So first of all, you have someone complaining about not enough games being on Nintendo Switch Online when there is a service, an upgradable pack that you can just upgrade for a mere $30 and get legit dozens of another dozen classics. There is no like, it was such a weird thing for me, right, to see someone get so defensive over this, to try and say that like Nintendo Switch Online had no games when they were deliberately not buying, like we're deliberately not downloading the games, right? It was ridiculous to begin with, but immediately the day after Nintendo announced their Nintendo Direct, they had it, and then first of all, Nintendo Switch Online Super Nintendo, the basic plan, did get updated with Earthbound Beginnings and Earthbound. So basically, his original point that the original NSO had not been updated in a long time was completely rendered moot. But second of all, Nintendo Switch Online expansion got a number of new features, including, most notably, I think, the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe DLC for free, like all 6 packs. Like if you have NSO, like you will get it for free. And not enough people are talking about that. Just like not enough people are talking about like the Animal Crossing thing, because that's how I got my Animal Crossing. People are downplaying the fact that NSO expansion is the best online service in gaming right now. People want to try and sell you on Game Pass, but like Game Pass has no games. They're like you have to pay for DLC separately. That there are all these issues with it. Like games get removed. Like updates don't happen frequently enough. Like there are a lot of problems with Game Pass. That it's too expensive. Like people don't talk a lot about the problems with Game Pass. Meanwhile, NSO is cheaper and you get better games and you get like incredible things like this. You get Earthbound. You get Nintendo 64 titles. You get like online play. Well, like stuff like Splatoon 3. You get Mario Kart 8 DLC without having to pay for it. Through a separate means. Like it's more cost effective to simply get the expansion pack and get your DLC that way. And I think we're nearing the point where people like Lonely Goomba are going to get drowned out by dozens of satisfied customers, right? Like I myself called him out, and I'm sure like I'm not the only one. There are a handful of pretendos out there, people like him, who will constantly deride and attack everything Nintendo does and literally make up narratives in order to push some kind of weird agenda. But real fans, people who actually like Nintendo, who like their games, who like their service, who like the Switch, will be constantly calling these people out on their nonsense going forward, because the Switch is simply too popular. There is no real competition, and as a result of that, the days of trying to pretend that like other companies are offering better deals are over, I think. Really, people like Josh Thomas, people like the Lonely Goomba, like people like Angry Joe, like what are you complaining about? The answer is that you just hate Nintendo and just don't want to admit it.